Hey everyone, welcome to our fourth episode of the Conscious Insight podcast. I'm your host, Katy Lily Rossland, currently drinking a cup of coffee in my dorm room in Temple University, Philadelphia. Early morning over here, no class for me until later in the day. I've got a little time to spare. Dude, guys, what even is reality? Conscious science isn't just about the academic scientists and professors say so. Today, let's switch it up. Let's deep dive into the famous psychic Edgar Cayce, his past lives tied to Atlantis. Buckle up, people. We're going into the land of the mythical fable. First, I always ground things in labs and research papers. Makes sense to me. Academic. Consciousness is a hot topic in neuroscience right now. Recent studies are challenging old ideas, like how our brains might trick us into feeling consciousness outside our bodies. Out-of-body experience, dudes. Brass. Or how it's more of a continuum rather than an on-off switch. There is this landmark experiment from the Allen Institute that tested competing theories on the origins of consciousness, shedding light on how it might emerge from brain networks. Theories like global neuronal workspace suggest consciousness relies on a sort of neural workspace involving the thalamus and cortex. But new findings are poking holes in that, showing it's more dynamic. And get this. Scientists are even measuring altered states seriously now, like during anesthesia or psychedelics, which could revolutionize medicine. It's exciting because consciousness research is on the cusp of big breakthroughs. Think multidisciplinary centers dedicated to it, exploring everything from arousal to self-awareness. But here's where my analytical side kicks in. If consciousness is this fluid continuum thing, does that open the door to ideas like reincarnation or psychic abilities? Science says it's about brain activity. But what if there's more we can't measure yet? That brings me to one of my all-time fascinations, Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet. Born in the late 1800s, Cayce was this American clairvoyant who could enter a trance state, almost like a self-induced hypnosis, and give detailed readings on health, the afterlife, dreams, and past lives. He diagnosed illnesses and suggested treatments while asleep, and people swear it worked. But what blows my mind is his stuff on reincarnation and Atlantis. Cayce claimed many souls today lived in Atlantis, this ancient, advanced civilization that supposedly sank due to misuse of technology and energy, like crystals gone wrong. He described it as a place divided between spiritual sons of the law of one and more materialistic factions, leading to its downfall. Psychics like him, in my view, offer a tool for discerning past lives, helping people uncover traumas or lessons from previous incarnations to heal in this one. Cayce's abilities weren't just parlor tricks. He had precognitive visions and could see auras even before his readings took off. Analytically, skeptics call it pseudoscience. But with thousands of documented readings, it's hard to dismiss entirely. Now, speaking of reincarnation, there's this modern figure, David Wilcock, who claims to be Edgar Cayce reborn. Yeah, you heard that right. Wilcock, a researcher into ancient civilizations and ascension, points to parallels like similar psychic experiences starting young. He had an out-of-body experience at age 5, and astrological chart similarities with Cayce. Now, I'm not too sure his claims is factual. There are something about Wilcock's flamboyant personality that doesn't quite match Edgar Cayce. And Cayce was way psychic, where Wilcock is just sort of your average Joe, no more intuitive than you and me. Anyway, he's written books exploring interdimensional communication and global transformation, echoing Cayce's themes. The Association for Research and Enlightenment, ARE, founded on Cayce's work, has a test for reincarnation claims, and Wilcock didn't pass. Surprise, right? Some say he's more likely the reincarnation of Thomas Segru, a Cayce associate, not Cayce himself. I tend to agree. Others flat out reject it, calling it New Age hype. Me? I'm duly fascinated. Neuroscience and physics majors here. If consciousness is interdimensional, why not? I want evidence. All right, maybe facial resemblances or shared prophecies don't cut it alone. Psychics in general fascinate me because they bridge the gap between science and the spiritual. Their alleged abilities to tap into past lives help people make sense of phobias, relationships, or even talents that feel innate. Intuition, guys. Out-of-body experience, astral travel, anybody? Take Atlantis regressions. So many folks report memories of living there during past life sessions. One person recalled being a commander fighting a shadow creature summoned by dark mages. Sounds epic, right? Others describe advanced tech, crystal energy, and the trauma of its fall, which might explain modern anxieties about disasters. And some trepidation and outright aversion to crystals and crystal spirituality, let's say from the religious orthodoxy. Signs you've had an Atlantean past life? Fascinates me to no ends. In my sleep, I can sense an echo of a memory from like a distance past, of water, crystals, sometimes even unexplained fears of floods. Feeling like an old soul in there trying to crawl its way back out something. Healing fields. I've read accounts from regressions where people relive the collapse, tying into Cayce's warnings about reincarnated Atlanteans ushering in a new era of troubles today. It's highly interesting to me because if these are collective archetypes or real soul memories, and memories make a soul, a consciousness, are we not at risk, even fated to repeated some of the mistakes? I mean, if memories are what makes us who we are. Personally, I wish I could undergo a past life regression myself, really learn about myself. Imagine uncovering if I've got Atlantean lifetimes, I wish, or some other wild history. It'd be scary, I know, but I think I might give it a try. Like therapy for the soul. I think it'll be good for me. If you're got interested into Atlantis or past life in general, or have any comments you wish to leave in the comments section, hit me up in the DMs. We can discuss all about it. Or go to my producer Sparkful Duck's social at x.com/sparkfulart. Tell him what topics you would like us to visit next. That's it for today's dive into consciousness. Thanks for tuning in to Conscious Insight Podcast. I'm Katy, signing off. Explore more next time.